morning, everyone. It's Liam Caddison here with another episode of Veronica Mars. We are on episode number 13 of this season. So, yeah, quite dramatic stuff towards the end, with the fact that there seems to be the implication that Logan's mother jumped from the bridge, especially after Aaron was being once again a grade A asshole. So, yeah, especially with all of the scandals that were coming out in regards to Aaron, but, yeah, especially following, episode 10. But, yeah, it was really, really great stuff the last episode with, Veronica being a bit suspended after being set up, in regards to distributing, fake IDs. So, yes, but, it was really, really great stuff, with that last episode, especially in terms of, getting a bit more information in regards to, I guess, Lily's death and where certain key players were at in regards to, well, their standing with Lily and whatnot. So, yeah, but why don't we get into this episode? It's episode number 13 of this season of Veronica Mars. Let's go.
Speak of the devil. What's up, son? What's the matter?
It's Yolanda.
She dead?
Something's happened.
Oh, no.
Did she really leave the note on the BlackBerry?
Yeah.
Shit.
Talk about post.
It must suck to have tabloid creeps in your face at a time like this. Stop staring. It's just hair.
Resisting the urge to touch.
Yeah, I've just noticed it. I've just noticed it. It looks good.
Hey, I need you to get it back for me.
Hamilton? God, that's Yolanda Hamilton's dad?
Yep.
I didn't know you knew her.
We used to be friends.
A long time ago. Gotta do the intro, right?
Sounds like something for the police.
Hey. I don't like the police.
Well, at least you got,
And the feeling is mutual.
yeah.
And what I hear sounds like something you'd understand.
He came to you. He wants Keith, not the police.
Any
Info?
Sure, but be discreet. Client's a little sensitive, okay?
Our client isn't the only one who's
Discretion.
sensitive. This isn't the first time I've had the chance to help Yolanda Hamilton.
Advertised the fact that much of his success was due to his comfortably upper-middle-class Jewish lawyer. Everyone was making money.
Sounds like you were on good terms.
Sounds like it. When he later didn't tell me that he was involved in some ingenious tax evasion, I had to make a choice. Car pulled up, fired 10 shots into my car.
Yeah, that'll explain more than bad blood.
Denies it, of course, but that's whenever...
Town, he throws a big party and he gets busted. You must be there. You must. I guess I must.
So something happened that's, quite sad, really, when it comes to Yolanda not being a part of the clique, really. But, I mean, it was sad for Veronica being departed from that as well.
On the way home, I spilled a milkshake in the Beamer and you gave me a nosebleed.
You poured that milkshake out in the back seat because we didn't buy you a monkey. Then when I went to grab you, you smacked your head against the window.
I guess we just remember it differently, Dad.
Anything that, I mean, you can't really believe.
Yeah, she sent a telegram. Heartbroken. Stop.
Oof.
Can't make it back from Sydney. Stop.
Jeez.
Underwater scene shoot tomorrow. Stop.
You were on painkillers, and the bottle says don't operate heavy machinery in a car is heavy.
You're not supposed to be doing the heavy lifting in this episode, Keith.
You stay in the car.
Is she gonna listen?
You red vibe. Shot my boo. Fuggin'.
Lovely tunes, I'm sure. But you might remember the guy that Bone Hamilton supposedly dangled out a window until he signed a contract.
That was Dimebag?
Apparently
Number 2 on the
so.
list.
Oof.
He was here.
Freak. Oh, mine's worse.
I'm doing a project.
Do it somewhere else, Bryce. Okay, for my next boyfriend. Jude Law
I don't
type
know.
Or Colin Farrell type. Next.
Maybe the brother?
I'm really glad I met you guys. Should be glad. We're the best.
It's really
Now I
sad.
can't wait to San Diego. It'll be rockin' like dockin'.
Like, you got these three hanging around. Lily obviously being dead, Veronica and Yolanda going their separate ways in a sense. for whatever reason for Yolanda.
You know, y'all could learn a little something about VIP service.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm Melinda, your hospitality hostess. I'm so sorry about the mix-up. The new help doesn't always quite get it. But if you gentlemen will follow me, I can show you your room.
Who are you?
This upgrading, you just watch golf like an old crew. 10 more minutes.
Try this.
Yo, man, that damn hospitality hostess was
He knows.
man. She is hot.
That look.
Ronnie.
Had some very high highs and some very low lows. And I know that this hard
Well, you're not
act
exactly
putting
the
on
most delightful person
is
on the
just your way of
planet.
coping. But let's make a deal, all right? From now on, we're going to be a team.
You know, a
Worst
team
over now,
requires
Logan.
trust. I don't think Logan has any kind of trust in you.
Here's real for you.
Well, don't.
You know what Mom
Oh,
would have wanted? She would have wanted you to not sleep with all her friends. She would have wanted you to care as much about her as your career.
oh, in front of the
So, okay,
paparazzi
Dad,
as
let's be
well.
honest.
He's ashamed of me, you know. He's been in jail a third of my life. But I'm an embarrassment. State Science Fair winning
Okay,
2
so I don't
years
think
straight,
it's him.
But I'm soft. Is that why you guys...
Gotta go, yo.
Gotta go, yo.
Make like a tree, V.
We got these nicknames: Yo, V, Lo, YOLO.
Got a good eye. Oh,
That's not a ship name.
I'll be right back.
Hey, if you guys are still conscious, have you seen my...
What the hell? What? What did I just do? I made the joke because it's YOLO. You only live once. And 2 seconds later. This is going to be another one of those moments, isn't it? I hate myself. But this was during the whole Lily and Logan situation as well, wasn't it? Like when they were together, I guess-ish. Because of course we know that they had a little bit of a break period when Lily went to Weevil, but...
About that, why? What's up? What's the deal?
Look, man, whatever you got against me is between me and you.
I just want to hear you beg. And I'll tell you where she's at.
Oh, that's just crude. Like, especially
This is
since
like
this
me
is...
holding you out of a window.
Fair enough.
Damn, man.
Bitch. Hey, she is fine, though, man. I wouldn't mind having that locked away somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Man, who don't you think is fine?
Well, I guess he doesn't have Yolanda.
Miss Princess
I don't know. I feel like the brother might
available
have
whenever.
something. I don't know. I keep thinking the brother might have something to do with this.
Deal. Just to make sure.
Good God, Harvey, this is my wife's funeral.
So, Harv. Hey,
It's been insensitive, isn't it?
you think next time when we have one of these funeral things that ICM will let us use the boardroom? Yeah, so there's no travel.
No, I'm not firing you. I'm out of the business. I'm done.
Alright. Alright.
What are you doing?
It was always in her purse. But she left it on her dresser the night she disappeared. It's a sign,
Oh. That she's not.
you know? Man, come on.
And she hated
I
all
mean-
this. She hated him.
It might be the denial
Didn't find a
talking.
body. Because she's not dead.
I can see the fact that she could escape. Especially after the divorce talk that Aaron laid on to her. So... Because I did wonder in the beginning of the episode, did they find a body at least? But they're just having an empty... Like, that's it for Logan. He just feels like he already said that this is all a show for Aaron. This is not really anything to mourn because she's not dead in his eyes. Until they find a body, yeah. He doesn't believe that she's dead. She's just free at last. So, I mean, that's it though. Duncan might think that it might be the denial talking, but again, given the torment that she went through, and given the last few episodes prior to, I guess, the last episode, with episode 10 in mind, yeah. I mean, she could just fake her own death, and, yeah.
Lisa, I met Ben last fall at this beach blanket bingo mixer. Yeah, it's a boring story, but I need to talk to Ben about
It's always
something
great when Keith and Veronica get the chance to
crabs.
work together.
And I heard that he was going to Mexico. Something on his desk. A hotel confirmation number for Vegas.
So is Sam
Tom
bullshitting?
DeCintio, please. Tom! We've been working overtime on this kid.
I mean...
Say she's a friend or something?
We used to be friends.
Something. What was that word again for almost friend?
Acquaintance?
You should have known better. Do I tell my dad that his fiercely nonconformist daughter caved to peer pressure and left a totally cool person on her own in a new school?
Yeah. And there's gonna be a lot of guilt.
Princess back home.
Yeah, that's what we heard on the bug. Little Miss Princess. This dime bag. Hey. if I don't
Unless
get my
it's
daughter
not.
back,
Who else was in the room
somebody's gonna
when
die.
the recording was... Oh, God. See, that's why I feel like it might be the brother. And I'm gonna look like a total clown because it won't be. But I just have this gut feeling. It's not gonna be Dimebag.
Ah, Veronica. This is really grasping at straws.
Make yourself useful, get those things in a row.
Oh my... I love it.
Inside the football and throw it down the storm drain. I'm watching you. The cap won't stop unless you've done this. Do it now.
It's just a ring. Right?
Hey, Bryce.
Hunch was right. I had a feeling.
She was on the phone talking about meeting someone at the club.
So that was a
Running off
twist.
forever.
That she just ran off.
I rolled
No
in
one
the
had
front
her.
when she left Gabrielle's valet. Drove the car back, made it seem like she'd been abducted, and that was that.
God.
Jesus!
Why?
See, here's the thing. I mean, it depends on who people might have suspected, etc. I always had a feeling, though, that, like, from the flashbacks and then what Bryce said, that maybe he is somehow involved to try and get back at his dad. But for me, the twist was, Yolanda's not been kidnapped. She's just ran off. She's just fine. And Bryce decided, you know what? I'm going to play with his... I mean, he really played onto the emotional damage, but... I mean, Yolanda wanted to run away, and obviously Bryce... there's no love lost between Bryce and his dad, so... Yeah!
What? I'm Mrs. Benjamin Bloom, which is why I'm telling you from here. Because until you guys
Alright, it all
Blooms
connects.
just get over yourselves and make up, we're not coming back.
Ouch!
I'm sorry. I should have been a better friend.
Veronica, if I had been in your position, I would have done the same thing.
At least they've made amends. That's a great part.
Logan, what are you doing here?
I want you to find my mother.
Oh! I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of hitting. For all the times this season Logan has mocked Veronica about her detective skills and all of that, this is the one that really, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of does hit because, yeah, for that reason. He's got no one to turn to. He's so convinced that Lynn is alive, and he has no one to turn to but Veronica. And it's not like Veronica expected Logan to come. And that's it, though. Veronica didn't expect Logan to come to her for comfort or anything like that, because she knows that they weren't on the best of terms. So this is a complete surprise, and it kind of does hit. Like I said, there's been so many times this season that Logan has decided to take the piss out of what Veronica does. But now there's this whole thing that he needs her help, and it's just, So, yeah. But yeah, I really liked that. Yeah. I just loved how it all came together in regards to Ben and... Yeah, the whole fact... So was Sam, covering... Like, he knew about this wedding, I'm guessing. But obviously, when it came to the hit and all of that, as Yolanda said, she's not coming back until you two kiss and make up, basically. So, and it's all about that reputation, and Yolanda would have known that, well, Sam isn't exactly going to be petulant, etc., childish. Bone, on the other hand, yeah. So I'm guessing that's why he covered things up in regards to Benjamin actually being in Las Vegas. Well, I'm guessing Mexico was the, the night before the wedding, I guess. And then, yeah. But I'm guessing that's why he covered. So, yeah, but that was the whole twist, in my opinion. Because I had a bad feeling that, has the brother done something? Like, and I guess it's very, very apt in terms of the whole Logan situation as well, but there was quite a bit of focus on him in the flashbacks, and then he said his piece in the present day about how there's really no love lost between him and his dad, and I started to suspect, what if this is a way to get back at Dad? And it kind of was, except there's no malice whatsoever. The only thing he really did was try to prove a point to his dad, which and that was that he wasn't soft, that he needs to stop ridiculing him. So, yeah. But, yeah, awesome stuff. I really gelled with the story, and I was definitely waiting for some kind of twist to emerge towards the end, because, I don't know, for some reason, I felt like I figured it out really early on about who, kidnapped, Yolanda, and it's so funny I say that because she was never kidnapped. So yeah, but that's what I really, really loved about the end part of this episode, as well as the fact that it does have some interconnectivity with obviously Logan and Aaron. But yeah, I loved the fact that there were twists that emerged later on, because I was also wondering. Veronica definitely does, like we got early on in the episode that there is quite a bit of guilt, and we do kind of see that when it comes to I guess Veronica reflecting on her time with the group before obviously Lily died. But Yolanda was absolutely a part of that group, and you just are left to wonder, okay, how did she detach from the group? Because of course, there might be that idea that, okay, well, maybe they drifted apart, etc. It does happen, but I felt like it was just too simple. And yeah, I was I was not expecting that. It was just so funny though when I was like, when they were, I'm guessing, issuing nicknames. Yolanda was Yo, Veronica was V. I was just thinking with Logan, Lo, YOLO. You only live once, and I was like, oh, it's not a ship name. 2 seconds later, Jesus Christ. I know that's going to have quite a few people tickled, but yeah. Anyways, but that was very, very also important in regards to the whole Lily Logan situation, because they were still together during that time. So, which I guess leads to the bit of breakup, because obviously we knew from the last episode that for a brief period Lily dated Weevil. So, I'm guessing that is going to be a factor of things. So, yeah. But I was wondering, like I said, how is because I wouldn't have, I didn't want to imagine that Yolanda was dead or anything like that. Especially with Veronica, she does want to make amends, and I was kind of hoping, okay, well, she's got to come back, surely, so Veronica can make amends, but how is she going to come back? Is she going to be a part of this? Is she going to be, hanging around with Veronica if she does come back, etc.? But no, we got the idea that she eloped with Benjamin, and yeah, they're married, and the fact that she threw that ultimatum to her dad was really, really great. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was really, really great to go into both flashbacks to see how Veronica was stuck between a rock and a hard place. You could definitely see Veronica in the middle of a crossroads in terms of having to choose one or the other in regards to, well, Yolanda, because she was trying to state her peace and whatnot, and she was trying to claim innocence, and she's been hanging around with Lily, and her group for so long that those roots are more embedded, isn't it, to her? And yeah, so. And over the course of this episode in the present day, you get to see how guilty she does feel about what happened to Yolanda back into the past. So it was really, really great to see how the flashbacks, like I said, really, really captivated what seemed to be like an inseparable bond that just really deteriorated, all because of the fact that, well, Veronica owed it to Lily to be a very, very important friend, and she just couldn't believe her eyes seeing Logan and Yolanda kissing. So yeah, but yeah, it was really, really great to have that chance for them to make amends towards the end of the episode. So yeah, but it was just really, really great. So like I said, the whole situation in terms of, who kidnapped Yolanda was it really paid off towards the end big time. Especially when they had the ransom note to Bone. And now all I'm just thinking is that Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme for some reason. Bone! Oh, man. But, yeah, that note, because he did deduce that the wording was said during, when obviously they were listening into, Big Dime's discussion in the hotel, etc. The dialogue was used in the I was just thinking, well, isn't this easy? In terms of, well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be Big Dime, but there were several other people in the room that were listening in, and one of those several people was Bryce, and it's so funny though, because with Bryce, Bone severely underestimated him. Bryce felt unloved, and his dad really had that kind of masculinity complex on him, where he had to have this big tough exterior, etc., and he shunned Bryce because he was soft. And this is a way to really get back at your dad for all of the times that he wanted to do his independent studies rather than PE. He wanted to have his own free will rather than stuff that Bone expected Bryce to do. So, and because Bryce wanted to follow his own dreams, etc., I guess I wouldn't say dreams, but his own path and everything, he got ridiculed by his dad. So this was like he knew about Yolanda, and he played that to his advantage. Not just in terms of, trying to get back at his dad for all of the times that he's called him soft, but also to really make a statement, to kind of get revenge, really, for what happened, for feeling that unloved, for just feeling unloved, really. So, and like I said, it really does pay in well with the Aaron and Logan parallels, of course. But we'll get to that in a moment. So, but yeah, I was expecting, like, I as I said in the early parts of the thoughts, I felt like I figured it out really early on, but I was expecting more malice. I was expecting more of a corruption within Bryce because of because of how hurt he has been feeling from his dad. So, I was expecting a bit more of a sinister route, for things to evolve. But, no, I mean, he knew that Yolanda ran off, which, Yolanda didn't say a word, but she must have said something to Bryce, because that does also put Bone in a very, very, because she did lecture Bone for having this feud with Sam, and I mean, obviously, there is this whole kind of situation where he took credit for the shooting because he just wants to inflate his own ego. Again, that could play in parallels to Aaron and, the ego that he has. But again, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, with Yolanda, she felt just as burnt from Bone and his arrogance as much as much as Bryce did, and like potentially Lynn, Yolanda was free at last. Meanwhile, obviously Bryce is still stuck with his dad, etc., and there will be a time, there will be his time that will come, of course, where he will escape the clutches of his dad. So yeah, but it was really, really great. It was really nicely handled. So yeah, and I do love the fact that this show can sometimes really, really gel both, I guess, A plot and B plot together in terms of themes, etc. Because over the course of this episode, I was able to connect the dots in regards to the similarities between what's happening with the Hamilton family and what is happening with the Eccles family. So yeah. And again, you could even say that with Yolanda's disappearance, there is a kind of fabricated scenario going on here, because as we know, Yolanda didn't get kidnapped or anything like that. She just ran away. And it's the same with Lynn, where there is this idea that she died, that she committed suicide, but in reality, she may have run away. Obviously, we don't know what actually has happened, but there's a rule on TV, and it's called Nobody No Death. So, and that's what Logan is subscribing to at the minute. So, but it's not really based on that, because that would mean Logan would have to break the meta wall, wouldn't it? It was based on the lighter, so that she always had, and then her leaving it was a sign that she was indeed free at last. So, yeah. And it was just, you could really, really see the hurt that was going through Logan when it came to, obviously, the funeral that was happening, and how he felt like this was a service for Aaron, not for Lynn. So yeah, but oh my god, that ending was just really, really powerful because, I mean, again, when it comes to parallels, it's there when it comes to Leanne and Lynn. I think I made a mention about that in the last episode, but Logan will have known about Leanne darting off and Veronica wanting to find her, and now and there is this kind of empathizing aspect. I don't know though if this is gonna really bridge them to I guess closer in a sense, because obviously last episode we had Logan admit to Rebecca about the fact that he blames Veronica for what happened to Lily. So yeah, and now he has come to her doorstep. And Veronica could be so vindictive, etc., and use that against Logan. Now, obviously, that would, damn Veronica because she's been, prying in on private sessions. But she could be she could be so wrong and be like, well, why? You blame me for Lily's death, so... but she's going to be the bigger person. She knows that Logan's in distress, etc. And Veronica is, someone who wants to help. So it's just really, really... Yeah, it's just really, really... It was just really, really moving. Like I said, there have been quite a few times during the show already that Veronica has been heckled about her detective skills by Logan, etc. And now Logan is pleading for her help. I could say that there are kind of similarities, I would say, between Bone pleading to Big Dime, etc. Despite the fact that Big Dime has he got dangled from a window, didn't he? So now it's like the roles are reversed. So I don't know. That might be more so stretching, but I'm just thinking. Now that Big Dime was the one that stood tall, and he wanted to hear Bone beg, basically. It was like, well, the shoe's now on the other foot, or something along those lines. And now we have Logan who's begging Veronica for help, when in previous episodes, he would, take the piss out of what Veronica does. But this is very important. He needs that closure. He needs to know that he is right. So, yeah. And despite the fact that, well, she's got, and it's not impossible to think, like I said, in regards to Lynn faking her own death, because, I mean, given the discussion that Aaron had with Lynn in the last episode before we saw her car abandoned on the road, he's just like, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna divorce you. You're gonna have nothing whatsoever, no house, no money, no anything. And I even speculated in the last episode about the fact that, well, I wouldn't be surprised if Lynn has received her fair share of, well, not a fair share, should I say, her share of abuse, should I say, like alongside Logan, because, I mean, if Aaron has done that to his own son, I wouldn't suspect it would be impossible for him to lay a finger. It wouldn't be impossible for him to lay a finger on her, sadly. So Aaron just seems to be very, very revolting. So, and even though he was, like he said he was going to be done with the business, that he, what was it? His agent. He really, really went into him for being very insensitive by asking about. So you you need to give us an update, buddy. It still doesn't excuse what he's done whatsoever. So, and the way that Logan really made sure that the paparazzi knew that Aaron was involved, like, well, not necessarily involved, but that he, would have sent Lynn to do what she did, potentially, because they didn't find a body. Yeah, that was really, that was really, really, I don't want to say amazing, but it was really, really, telling about how much, there is that blame, on Aaron for what he said in the last episode, and maybe actions in the previous episode, or previous occasion, should I say, like I said, in regards to the possibility that, well, there is potentially abuse involved, etc. So, yeah, but I am really intrigued to see how things are going to go down when it comes to Logan and Veronica. So, yeah. I'm hoping that this does become the start of something in regards to them to being on a bit of a better path as well, because yeah, it would just be really, really nice to see, contrast to the last episode where Logan blames Veronica for what happened to Lily. So, yeah, but really great episode. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!